Hey there everybody, Kopiki here. Welcome back to more Kingdom Hearts 2. In the last episode, we managed to complete Halloween Town, and now the final level is finally unlocked. But we are not done yet, because we still have Pride Lands to complete, and I think we still have one last Pooh story to complete. If we end up looking at our item list, if we are hoping, we should see a torn page. Aha! There it is. Okay, thank God. I thought that we were wasting our time. It's time to finish off Pooh's story once and for all, but we'll be back here for when we actually are doing the Jiminy's Journal requirement, even though 90% of them are just usually the same, but, I mean, hey, you know, it's gonna be good, so let's go. The story ends as the story concludes as it ended before. That probably is not the wording, but whatever. I'm just gonna go with it at this point. So yeah, we get this. We get ourselves a Cosmic Ring. Gives us tremendous AP boost. And that's really it, to be honest. There are some other treasure chests that we can obtain here. We can end up getting this, which is a style recipe. I think that might be an armor, or that might be something completely different. Look at this tree. This tree gently watches over the hill. That's pretty cool. You got Owl here that says that this is the umpteenth time that I've seen Pooh like that. Sora, don't hold back. Go and grab the pot. Okay, two things. I hate this minigame. And I hate it because of the Jiminy's Journal requirement. I don't hate it because of the fact that the minigame is super hard. No, I hate it because of a very, very obvious reasons. And this reasoning is because it's actually bad. The way how the Jiminy's Journal, I'm not getting that normally. I should probably just stop. Let's go ahead and just save Pooh. Leave him be. Nah, let's hope not. Why is that the first option? All right, so you essentially are throwing Pooh, and the gauge is basically leveling up. So you wait till the power gauge go by, and then you kind of just let go, and then that's pretty much the end of the minigame. That's not how you get the Jiminy requirement, though.
So, what were you doing here?
I was thinking, perhaps there's a way to make it so you won't go away.
You mean a way to make me stay?
Yes. Would there be such a thing as a way to make it so you don't go away again?
Pooh. Don't worry. I promise I'll come back and visit you now and then.
Could you make it now and now instead? That seems a bit better to me. Sora, if I go looking for you, will I find you?
I'll always be with you. Right here. You don't have to go anywhere. Just stay here, and you can see me anytime you want.
You mean I just have to stay right here?
Yep, that's all.
Would you promise?
Promise.
I promise too. And so do Rue and I.
We sure do.
You're welcome to visit us anytime, Sora.
Thanks.
After all, I must tell you of my Uncle Albert's adventures at sea.
Guess you'll be staying a while.
Goodbye, Sora.
Thanks, Gopher.
If you ever get lonely, just start bouncing and think of your pal Tigger.
I will, Tigger.
You're leaving?
Yes, I really have to go.
Well, I won't be sad, because you'll always be right here forever and ever, right, Sora?
And all of you are right here too. See ya.
I do like that. you know, that actually happens. But completing Pooh's World completely gives you the Orichalcum Plus and also gives you the final upgrade for Cure, which is Curaga. Not really much of a point to Curaga, but before we end up leaving, and because I hate myself and feel like getting out of the way now, let's go ahead and end up doing the Jiminy requirement for this thing. So if you want to know what the Jiminy requirement for any of your favorable minigames, you go into missions and you end up finding it yourself. The game is not going to tell me what the point requirement is, because you need to do two things. You need to try it again, and you need to get the point requirement. It's actually kind of dumb, and I don't like it. So let's go ahead and try again. Luckily enough, the minigame does end up telling you what you need to do. So power it all up, and we failed, and you kind of need to get it at a certain angle. I should also mention, whenever you fail it, well, actually, no. I'm thinking of the other minigame. This is I'm thinking of the first one. Actually, we are doing this wrong. I think you're also supposed to hold triangle, and then you're supposed to let go. So here's how we go. We go and let the power get all the way at the end, and then we hold the button, and booshy. Okay, well, that was actually kind of that was disappointing. That was not what we needed. Alright, I need to see what the point requirement is. I would laugh if I already got it already. I was like, oh, that was fast. Alright, so the point requirement is actually 8,000. That's a great number. So let's see how many times it actually takes me to figure this stupid dumb minigame out, shall we? Let's go. There we go. Finally. Jesus. So what you unfortunately have to do is you have to get it at max. You have to get the power gauge at max, and then you have to end up releasing it all Bowser style. And I have to say that took way too long than it was supposed to. Literally, it's like 10 minutes right now. You know what? Since we're here, we might as well just get them out of the way. Because, I mean, to be honest, I have nothing else better to do. I really am stretching out Prylands, aren't I? Yes, I am. Anyways, we had Decisive Pumpkin. Decisive Pumpkin ends up giving you combo boost. The more combo finishers you do is the more leading to a strong finisher damage. We're actually going to equip Guardian Soul, because that is a bigger Keyblade. So let's go ahead and go do the other minigames, shall we? They're a lot easier, except for one is a bit finicky, so you do have to be mindful for that. You have to try this again. Luckily enough, you can get the point requirement while you are trying again. So don't just think that, oh, I have to go ahead and do both. No, you just have to get the point requirement and also try it again at the same time, so you can go ahead and get them both knocked out. Thank God too, because I actually did think that you did have to go ahead and do both of them, and I was gonna be like, oh boy. Now the reason as to why you will want the Guardian Soul or any Keyblade that has a bigger reach is because it allows you to be able to go ahead and end up hitting things, even though Sora kind of looks like a Beyblade. Beyblade, let it Keyblade, and it's like, that doesn't really make much sense now, does it? Anyways, fortunately you cannot hold the X button, because that would be cheating. The point requirement for this, or this minigame in general, is actually super easy. If you manage to end up just hitting practically everything that comes at you, or anything that pops into existence, because I don't really get why that's happening. Lord. So I guess that's why I'm doing this. I guess I could probably go into a bit of further detail on the whole Unchained thing. Now, you want to know something that I never did say? What console would it be good for? Well, here's the thing. There is I'm not sure if it's, true or not, but there's supposed to be like another Switch Kingdom Hearts game, because the only Kingdom Hearts game that the Switch has right now is going to be Melody of Memories. But I'm kind of wondering, what is the next one, if that is true or not? And I think, personally, the Unchained thing should probably be on the Switch, mainly because of the fact of how that system works. That system is really good in terms of taking it along with you to be able to go ahead and, play the game still. Are you serious? I'm about to cut, and I'm about to bust the gut. I'll be right back. Boom. That's how you get it. Don't know why we couldn't do it the first time. It was such an easy minigame. Oh, it was such an easy minigame. But yeah, I feel that the Unchained game should be perfect for the Switch. Yeah, it's probably not as, gonna be as powerful as the PS4 or, at this point the PS5, because let's just be real, they're not gonna really be releasing anything off of the PS4 anymore anytime soon. Then again, I could be totally wrong. Usually it does take them a bit for them to end up stopping the production of the PS4 games. And not only that, there's going to be like a lot of people that's not going to really be able to afford a new console right away. So, your mileage may vary. So for this one, the point requirement is as followed. You want to go ahead and blow up the big balloon, and then after a certain bit, you'll start running into these small balloons. And you kind of want to keep jumping on these small balloons, because the small balloons end up packing a lot of pointage. This is exactly what ends up happening in Kingdom Hearts, and I apologize wholeheartedly. Seriously, I really do. Do not try to end up hitting the trampoline. Try your best to keep jumping on these balloons. Not entirely sure what the point requirement is, but I'm just going to keep going because this is just how I play the game. Ah, damn it. Luckily enough, you have to kind of hit the ground all the way after you've hit a balloon, so you don't have to really worry too much about it. These red balloons you will be able to find also in the minigame, but the thing is that you're kind of more so focusing on trying to rescue Pooh's memory to the point that it actually doesn't really matter. So I don't think the big balloon respawns. And I want to say that your point requirement is 200. Oh no. Where's my balloons? There we go. Okay, cool. I was about to freak out for a second. Alright. Hopefully 2,000 is actually the point requirement, or what is it? It's probably going to be 25,000, right? Right? Because that's how this game rolls, right? Because game hates me, apparently. Nope, it's actually 2,000. All right, cool. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of wish they did just tell you what the hell the point requirement is rather than just trying it again. Because it's kind of dumb. Because it's like you gotta try again and then you have to play it again just to see what the hell the point is. And it's like, I don't know, it's kind of dumb. I don't like that. I really wish that they just told you outright. And you have to do this for other minigames too. But there's something I do want to showcase a nice attention to detail here. I'm actually going to intentionally get hit. And then we're going to rescue Pooh. I think he does not say thank you very much, dear somebody. Let's actually find out. Even though I kind of am a bit hesitant on actually failing this minigame. But, hey, I need to showcase it just in case. Because it's probably a nice attention to detail. Or it probably is pretty awful. Let's find out. There's really nothing of any danger in that one. I love also the honey slider. Is this essentially a better version of the jungle slider in Tarzan's world?
Sora, thank you.
Yeah. So see? I probably need to boost up the volume for that. But yeah, he says, thank you so much, Sora. So see? A nice attention to detail there, where the minigames actually do end up changing the dialogue once you end up rescuing, once Pooh ends up remembering Sora. So I do like that. It's a nice touch. They didn't have to do that. He literally could have just been the same exact memory loss Pooh. It's kind of neat. Anyways, I'm glad we got the worst part out of the way, and because the rest of these minigames should be fairly simple and fairly easy to do. Luckily enough, the game's not really asking you so much for in terms of point requirement. All you need to do is essentially get enough points and also collect all the honeys as you are progressing, and you should be relatively fine. Still say this thing ends up giving me very bad flashbacks to another minigame in a future game, and I don't like it at all because it's ridiculous and it's repetitive as hell, and I'm really not looking forward and trying to figure out how to actually beat it. Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm never really looking forward to any minigame that kind of makes me want to think. So anyways, hold the dash button and just prepare to get all the little bows. Booyah! Probably not even enough points because they probably wanted you to get 1,000. Probably 10, no, they probably wanted to get you 1,000 because, watch. How much you want to bet that is probably 1,000. Oh, no, it's 800. Really? 8,000. Wow, I'm actually surprised by that. All right, and the next one is Expedition. Or Expedition. No, Expedition. I got it right. Anyways. Okay, so this one's a bit weird. What you want to do, and you can, depending on how you want to do this, I recommend putting on, not fire, I recommend putting on thunder, and I also recommend putting on Magnera. Magnera should be good enough to suck up the bees. If not, then we are screwed, my dude. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and let the dudes end up, well, actually, no, I kind of want you guys to kind of move forward with me here before we kind of vamos. So if they get hit by rocks, they will end up draining the courage meter. So what we want to do is end up utilizing Magnera here. And then we can continue. So you want to jump over these so that way you don't slip and fall. You want to watch out for the rocks. Any of them get hit, however, they will end up dodging. And then you got this portion here, which the gang will end up keep running around like wildfire. They're going to start freaking out. And you can stop them there. So take this path over here. You do not have to stop them when the rocks fall. Just do not even worry about it. But you will have to end up worrying about more sets of bees though. Okay, there we go. Alright. And I fell on my butt. That's fine. We should have everybody. Oh my god, Tigger. 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 Come on, you stupid, dumb, hyperactive tiger. Jeez. Anyways, hopefully that actually is the point requirement. I think you have to get it under 1 minute and 15 seconds. Let us find out if there's a Mickey. Yes, it is. Thank God. What's the point requirement? 90 seconds. Never mind. Okay, so it's not 1 minute and 15 seconds. Who cares? Anyways, and that's it. And that is the end of Pooh's. That's all of Pooh. The only thing we're missing is the final puzzle piece and my insanity. Character links will never be finished until you've actually have fought everything in the game, because that's just how it, and I mean everything in the world, not so much everything. You have to find every single important character, and this unfortunately will never get complete until you have fought one final important character. Anyway, that is it. That is the end of Pooh's wonderful stories of misfits. So we never have to deal with that ever again. Thank God. Luckily enough, I want to say that's probably the worst of the minigames so far, because, it's unfortunate. By the way, not to be a nitpicker or anything, but I do like that attention to detail there with the book. Like, you do kind of see the same exact style of the book there. It's really nice. Unfortunately, I think you probably did get that even in the, in Kingdom Hearts 1. Not entirely sure. But anyways, that's the end of this episode. I did not mean for it to be a Pooh minigame shenanigans. So, hey, don't say I never do anything. So I will see you guys in the next episode for when we actually do go to Pride Lands. All right, laters.